It might be said that the pillars of Pinehurst are the stout, well-known layouts we dream about in anticipation of playing there. Number 2, of course, with its major championship history. Number 4 and number 8 with their significant challenges. And the cognoscenti rave about numbers 6 and 7. But what about the lesser-known tracks? After some examination, it might not seem odd to pay some attention to the odd-numbered courses, beginning with number 1, benign-looking at par 70 and 6,093 yards. But be careful of this shakedown cruise, first laid out in 1898 and then perfected soon after by Donald Ross, newly arrived in Pinehurst from his native Scotland.
It doesn't necessarily bring you to your knees. It can, and that's the beauty of it, is you can go out and if you play well, you can shoot a good number and feel good about your round. But if you're off your game a little bit, one's going to expose it a lot.
And certain characteristics of number 1 make it an excellent appetizer for number 2's ample entree.
The greens have similar characteristics to number 2. They do have some approaches and some domes on a few of the holes. It is played to run it up on many of the golf holes, but there's a lot of strategy. Even though the golf course is not full of length, there's a lot of positions. I mean, many of the greens are well bunkered. And coming into the greens from a certain side of the fairway is very important.
Number 3, a short but challenging track that Ross built in 1910, will also teach you a thing or two about second-shot golf courses.
A lot of the green structures and the compounds that will remind you of course number 2, only they're much smaller. So it's kind of like putting postage stamps on number 2, only it's not as long.
Update to 1961 for number 5, where designer Ellis Maples used what he learned as a Ross disciple. The tips are at 68-48, but the middle tees are a more manageable 62-11.
Number 5 is stretching out a little bit. It's kind of a blended golf course. It's got a little bit of the old, I guess the heritage architecture, to a little bit of the flavor of the new. It's got some holes with some length that certainly can be a good test for anybody.
And anybody can enjoy the fun of discovering these Pinehurst gems. And there's nothing odd about it.